When I've been out all day, I don't want to cook, so I picked up some staple items at the store for a very quick dinner.
Hi foodies, I just got back from the grocery. I'm going to show you how quickly I'm going to whip up our dinner. Jay is sauteing some shiitake mushrooms. We're getting the power cruciferous veggies that Dr. Esselstyn says that we should all have multiple times a day. So I am just going to make us some quick bowls. We're going to use the cashew ranch that I made yesterday. It's Rip's Cashew Ranch from Engine 2 Cookbook, page 99. I got some cilantro. Cilantro is one of the ones that Dr. Esselstyn says that we should use. I'm going to be putting that in our food, but in the meantime, I want to show you, this is how I organize my berries and such. The berries that I do not wash before eating are these. We wash them right before eating so they don't get soggy. And then I have my blackberries. Actually, I need another one, honey, and I need another blue one, if you could dry the blue one. So I just got these organizers. They're at the dollar store. They breathe. They have great little holes in them. So my berries, I bought this gray one first, and they worked out so well, and they keep our berries so well that I have these containers that I got at Aldi. They also sell them on Amazon, and we put these baskets inside of them to give them airflow. So I've got my blackberries, which I do not like to pre-wash because I don't like them getting soggy. And so then what I do is I do wash the blueberries, and I wash them in a bath of baking soda just so that I can get anything off of them. And I'm going to cover them in water and just let them sit there for just 5 minutes or so. I'm going to do the same thing with my grapes. And sometimes I even like taking my grapes off of the branches because we do a lot of grab and goes. So I have a lot of fruits that are already washed, and sometimes when we open the fridge, we grab and go. So Jay will open the fridge and he'll grab a couple of grapes, he'll grab little tomatoes. So everything that's on our counter is grab and go. He can just grab it and eat it. All day long. I do the same thing. So sometimes I go ahead and take these little branches off of them, and then I'm going to do the same. I'm going to sprinkle them with baking soda, and I'm going to make sure and rinse them off really well because baking soda does have sodium in it. You don't want to have that baking soda taste. So I'm going to fill them up with water. I'm going to just let them float there, and then I'm going to rinse them really well, dry them, and then I just lay them on a mat. I'll show you the mat that I have. I lay them on one of these mats, and then I just let them dry, and then I put them in my baskets. So I did not have enough baskets. I only had 2, and so I actually ran across them at the dollar store again today. So I was so happy I grabbed a bunch of them. So now all of my baskets are going to have that airflow, and I have them color-coded. So raspberries, we're going to have the blackberries, we're going to have the blueberries in here after they're washed, and the green one is going to be the green for the grapes because we love the grapes from Aldi. So I wanted to show you something. I did a little video on Instagram. I want you guys to be really careful. I picked up these raw cashews, but right next to it was a bag that said whole cashews, and it said unsalted. And I almost grabbed it thinking, because I was in a rush, and then I turned it over. And when I looked at the one that said unsalted on the front, and I turned it over, it had vegetable oil in it. This one that said raw cashews didn't say anything on the front, so I turned it over, and it's just cashews. So look at your labels, even if you're in a rush, even if you think you know, unless you 100% know. This was the brand that I normally get, and I just quickly grabbed the one that said unsalted, not even thinking, and I would have got it home, and I would have either had to return it, donate it, or give it away, which it always makes me mad. I don't give it away because I don't want to subject people to that. At my own hands, I feel like I'm hurting people, so I just choose not to. So I would have either thrown it away or taken it back to the store. So read your labels. Look at your labels. When I'm at the store, just a little tidbit about me. When I'm at Publix, their melon, for some reason, is the most delicious, sweetest melon on the planet. So I always bring one of these, and I eat it that same day. And then if I see pomegranates that I don't have to get out of the shell, I go ahead and get these. And now Jay loves them, so now I have to get him one. So it's kind of like our little treat when we go to the grocery store. So I will leave you with that. Oh, actually, are the things in the microwave, are they all put together?
No, 2 to 3 are.
Okay, give me the 2 that are ready, and I'll start showing them what we do. So because I was in a rush from being at the grocery store, and this is chaotic, my house is chaotic right now, I'm going to show you how we quickly are getting dinner. And I knew that Jay, never mind me dropping stuff, but this is how it goes. I know you guys get home, kids, you know, baseball, and you took them to activities, and you're rushing, and your family's hungry, and this is like a 2-minute thing. This is my cheat sheet from when I do go to the grocery store. Watch this. Just hold it. And Jay knows I'm asbestos hands. Move this way. I am asbestos hands, and I also am I'm going to show you how quick. If I can get stuff not dirty, it drives him crazy, but if I can get stuff not dirty, I will use my hand or whatever I can to just air cut. My neighbor laughs because she watches me air cut, and I do. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to put this one in here. You can have that. I'm going to do halfsies. So he's going to get half of this. He's sauteing the mushrooms. And I'm going to get half of this. He loves his peas, so I'm only going to steal half the peas from him. So I'm going to give him, and I am cooking Brussels sprouts, which he doesn't love, but he's gonna eat some. So I'm doing half and half. So this is a rice and veggies. Oh goodness, I should have shown you. Hold on. So these don't have absolutely anything in them except the veggies. So I got a bag of peas, and I got a rice veggie, which is cauliflower, and it's called a cauliflower risotto medley, but it doesn't have cream, it doesn't have eggs, it doesn't have cheese, it doesn't have anything. It is just cauliflower, mushrooms, and asparagus. So we are going to make bowls, but they're warm bowls. Instead of it being a salad, you guys know that I talk about my head salads, and we do these giant bowls like this. Now I'm going to use up my cilantro that I had cut up the other day, and that's part of the cruciferous veggies that we have to have every day, you know, at every single meal. I'm going to use this cashew, at this ranch, Rips Ranch, and I might go ahead and put, just for a little crunch, 4 cashews. You have to be careful with nuts because they do have saturated fat, but it'll be a nice little pop and surprise there. What else do we have in the microwave, babe?
Brussels sprouts.
Okay, Brussels sprouts, which Jay won't touch.
Those last on purpose.
He did those last on purpose. So I might just go ahead and cut up, and I'll go ahead and grab them. I'll cut up some little tomatoes, and I also have potatoes in the fridge because you guys know, watch this. This is completely filled with kale. We went to, and you know what? I'm going to have to figure out where I put, oh, here they are. So here are my steamed potatoes. So I have a factory of kale in there. I look like a farm. I have every kale imaginable. When I got back from the retreat, I went to Whole Foods and we got every kale possible, and we've been enjoying it for breakfast every day. Jay likes it with, Jay likes it with jalapeno California balsamic vinegar. So I'm just going to stick my hand in here, and we can even reheat this again because these are coming cold out. I could put these in the air fryer and roast them up, but we are in a rush because it's almost 9 o'clock at night and I just got home from running errands. So we don't want to be spending any more time doing anything or getting anything dirty. We're just going to I'm going to put them in here, and I might eat them cold. Jay might heat it up. Who knows? So we eat a lot of potatoes. Right now, in my air fryer, I have beans, which I cooked. Here you go, babe. I cooked this afternoon. And I'm going in the Instant Pot. In the Instant Pot. So I have these tiny little red kidney beans, and he might be able to pop the top and show you. And I did these black beans before I went to the store. They took 3 minutes in the Instant Pot. I soaked them overnight. I soaked the tiny little red beans. If I hadn't soaked them, they would have just taken 14 minutes to do the black-eyed peas. But I soaked them overnight, so they took 3 minutes. I didn't know that the Instant Pot even has a 0 setting because I like my beans not like mushy. I like them to have consistency to be able to use in a salad or a bowl or something like that. So I left these to where they're still firm and they're not mushy. So I do not cook my beans with any flavor because I don't want to limit them. If you cook them in flavor and you cook them with a recipe, then you're bound to that as a leftover for the entire time that you have them. I would rather have them be plain and make them taste whatever they need to taste for that dinner. So if they're going to be Mexican flavored, I Mexican them up. If they're going to be Asian, I do that. If they're going to be Indian, if they're going to be curry, if they're going to be whatever. So this is going to have Rips Cashew Ranch. So I'm putting the black-eyed peas in there because that might be a really good complement. And I'm actually going to make sure that I have my half a cup to a three-quarter cup of beans for each of us. And I'm going to squeeze 1 lime in here just to make sure, and we activate that iron absorption, because when you're having anything that has protein in it, you want to make sure have citrus so that you can maximize the iron absorption into your body. Can you wash that one for me, babe, please? So this is going, look, you guys, I do not use cutting boards. Like if I can air cut, I will. All right, our grandmas used to do it all the time. So they used to sit there with the green beans in their lap on the chair, on the rocking chair in the front porch, and they would air cut all the time. They did not use cutting boards. I watched my mother-in-law do it. She was a Southern woman, and that is how she grew up, and she told me that on the farm, that's what they did. They even plucked the corn off the corn stalks and ate them in the field. And I didn't even know that you could eat corn, raw like that. I considered it raw. She did that. First time I ever had a raw potato in my mouth, she just stuck it in my mouth, and I was like, or she told me, you can eat raw potatoes, you want a piece? And I was like, ew, and I opened my mouth and she stuck it in there and I ate it, and I was like, oh, that's not bad. So are we done with the mushrooms? And what else is in the
beans?
No, what?
Sprouts.
Okay. Are the Brussels sprouts done? Oh, he does not like Brussels sprouts.
I'm going to have to smell them.
No, okay. So the story goes like this. The story goes like this. When Jay traveled is the only time that I could cook Brussels sprouts. So he did not let me cook Brussels sprouts in this household as long as he was present. He's grown up a little. And now that we're whole food plant-based, he's kind of having to be okay with the flavors. Plus, we have collards and all the other stuff, right?
I prefer raw.
So I'm going to say, yes, he does prefer shaved Brussels sprouts. He has grown up a little and now can tolerate them, but cooked, he cannot do. So these will be for me. You know, another great flavor in this would be one of the California balsamic vinegars. So that's it. This is going to be my dinner. I'm meeting all of Dr. Esselstein's cruciferous veggies. This giant bowl is going to be for me, and this one is going to be for Jay. And that is it. All right, guys, I'm leaving you because we are having dinner. Did we forget anything in this?
Did you want to?
No, those are not for this today. So I'm going to do Rips Ranch, page 99 of Engine 2. So this is the lifestyle, guys. No fuss, no measure. I mean, I know that what I'm putting into this is completely balanced. I have a starchy veg in here. I have non-starchy veg in here. I have peas that are starchy. I have potatoes that are starchy. But I also have cauliflower, and I also have mushrooms, which are a great source of protein, but they're also non-starchy. And then we have asparagus, which is another non-starchy. And then I added my Brussels sprouts, so I'm more powerful than Jay today with the cruciferous veggies because he skipped the Brussels. Dr. Esselstein would not be proud. So we are done. That is dinner, guys. There you go. Big head bowl, but it's warm. And actually what we cooked up that is warm is going to warm up the potatoes that were not warm to begin with. So it's going to be like a room temperature bowl. So it's going to be delicious. Bye, guys.